Good morning. Kumusta? I am Dr. Lawrence Parcena Dakuykui, and I will be your host for today. We are conveying our warmest greetings to the DOST officials led by Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to everyone.
Also joining us are the distinguished members of the dedicated NRCP Governing Board and its President, Dr. Gregorio H. Del Pilar. Good morning, sir. Warm greetings also to NRCP colleagues, researchers, scientists, artists, our ever-supportive friends from the media, guests, representing various committees in the House of Representatives and the Senate, and of course, all participants from the various schools and universities all over the country. The National Research Council of the Philippines is truly delighted to have you. We welcome everyone to the 10th series of the KTOP COVID, Kapakanan ng Tao sa Oras ng Pandemya, COVID. Staying true to its promise to share relevant research information, the NRCP will be sharing with you the results of quick studies done during the last 2 to 3 months. It is NRCP's hope that with these scientific findings and recommendations, it can help promote evidence-based policymaking and encourage everyone to appreciate the relevance of accurate scientific information. By now, all of us have been fully aware that aside from the medical health sector, the education sector is one of the most affected sectors due to the pandemic. Our frontliners in this sector are the teachers, staff, administrators, and all those who persevere in providing quality education. We unconditionally express our gratitude to our frontliners. For that, moms and sirs, a snappy salute to all of you from the NRCP. Considering the situation that the education sector is in, we ourselves must shift fast and cope well with the changing times. At this point, we would love to hear from the Executive Director of the National Research Council of the Philippines, Dr. Marieta Sumagaysay.
Thank you, Dr. Lawrence. And of course, congratulations to Dr. Capili and her team. Let me have my greetings. My greetings to DOST Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña, who is always with us in all our 10 KTOP COVID webinars. To the NRCP Governing Board members in this virtual room, we have our President, Dr. Gregorio E.H. Del Pilar, Dr. Maripas Morales, the Chair of NRCP Division 1, and some of our Governing Board members are here. Dr. Maripas, thank you for your inspiring message this morning. And of course, good morning once again to Dr. Capili and her team. And NRCP is happy to welcome the Trinity University of Asia as a new institution joining the NRCP scientific community. Baka first time po ito no, na meron tayong grant and a research being given to the university. So we're happy at the NRCP and we hope that there will be more coming from your university and joining NRCP activities. And to all our virtual guests from the academe, particularly the private school administrators, who I am pretty sure may have gotten some learnings and experiences shared on the best practice to survive during the pandemic. This webinar is actually and primarily for you po. So to our students, to our media friends and representatives from government agencies, the educational institutions and our policymakers, of course, the educational program developers, para po sa atin lahat ito. NRCP is happy that you have come today and joined us as Dr. Capili shared the results of a quick KTOP study which explored the sustainability strategies adopted by a sample sectarian private schools. The concerns and issues you raised earlier during the Q&A in the Zoom facility and as well in the chat box are proofs that indeed the pandemic has affected both the financial position and the economic viability of an educational institution which do not get funding, support from government, nor from the religious groups with which they are affiliated. When we thought that the pandemic will ease the situation after a year with the availability of the vaccine and with each one observing minimum health protocols, it turns out not to be so. Today, we are confronted with bigger concerns like the Delta variant. And the other day, we heard that a Lambda variant has been reported. And our guess that there will be more variants coming out seems to be something obvious than a far-fetched projection. As enrollment starts this week and for the next 1 month, the question that hangs like a Damocles sword is not oblivious to us all. Will there be an adequate number of enrollees? Will there be enough funds or budget to cover the variable cost of the educational services? Until when will the coffers run out? Will the teachers hold on amid uncertainty? So as the organization strives to live up to its quality educational services and attain its vision and mission, will there be the same uncertainty in the future? How much risk can the private sectarian school absorb? So today we learned some tested strategies and we thank Dr. Kapili for sharing this with us. We also thank her research team and more so the respondent institutions which were generous to participate in this KTOP study. The results are valuable both to internal and external actors in the private schools ecosystem, particularly those addressing the uniqueness and peculiar needs and opportunities. As we wade through the ECQ again and prepare for the new school year, we cannot but put our efforts together to be able to deliver the educational services we are expected to deliver. We heal as one, as well said. And as Dr. Kapili has challenged, while the government expects so much from the schools, in return, the schools also expect some support from the government. A paradigm shift, sabi nga ni Dr. Kapili. So once again, congratulations to Dr. Kapili, and please allow me to invite our media friends to pick up the story that was shared today. The lessons of one may be the wick to trigger the survival and sustainability of similar others. To our participants, please continue to follow us on Facebook, the Research Pod, as we give you announcements on upcoming NRCP events. We have the Back to Basic and the Expert Class online classes, which you can catch on our Brighter Commons website. We also have the monthly public lectures in commemoration of the Philippine Quincentennial. By the way, we bring you the Visayas lap of the circumnavigation tomorrow. This one is based on Alcina's writings and those related to Lapu-Lapu. We also have the Kabataan Quincentennial Painting Competition, which we launched last month. There are just a lot of NRCP events to look forward to. Of course, next month, we will have the 11th KTOP webinar, and this will be something about short-term forecasting of COVID-19 cases using regression models. So on this note, I officially close the 10th Kapakanan ng Tao sa Oras ng Pandemya KTOP webinar. Keep safe everyone, and remember, mask, hugas, iwas, at bakuna for everyone's protection. Keep safe.